What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Jay's Thoughts Out Loud in the backyard shooting a video. Uh, it's a lot going on back here. You got a lot of birds flying around, butterflies. Got some hawks back over that way, as you can hear them. Get a little bit of everything in this backyard. So if you see me looking around, I keep an eye out. I don't got no snakes or nothing back here, but it's rabbits, birds flying everywhere. But today is going to be about growing up with this skin complexion. So I know you guys, you can look at me and tell I'm dark, dark, dark. So I will say I've questioned the Lord when I was younger. Why would He make me this color? Um, and you would say, oh, you got picked on a lot as a kid, or this and that. I mean, I don't think I got called no more names than the average kid got teased about having buck teeth or crooked feet or whatever. Um, we all know that if we were in a joking situation, the first thing they're gonna say is black something. And it came to a point in my life. I want to say around junior high, I became the type of person that would just cap back. First it would be defensive, and then I learned you ain't always got to fight everybody to just because somebody call you out your name. So I got good at capping. Um, but I know growing up, the things that hurt more was not the kids my age or younger, or even if I was 6 or 7 and the kids was 13, 18, that it was expected. But when I was younger, 5, 6, maybe even up to 9 or 10, it was the adults that would shock me and hurt my feelings. It really was. It was the adults. It was grown people that you would think would know better, that would say things that were uh, hurtful. And as a child, you don't understand why would an adult say something like that when the adults are supposed to be the grown ones that, we know that at me being 45 now, I know that every adult ain't grown, you know. It's like the pastor say, you could be in church 50 years and be a baby Christian. So I know maturity doesn't come with age, but as a child, I thought that all adults, had a certain responsibility to kids to, look out for them and nurture them and this and that. And that wasn't always the case. And those are the things and the times that I remember uh, that hurt. Um, Before I go on even further, it's a little post that I, wrote a while back, and I had reposted it. So I had to copy it to my other phone by taking a picture, because it's on the phone I'm recording on. So it's kind of blurry, but it goes, I'm so comfortable in my own skin that I think it bothers some people. Laugh out loud. I do me to the fullest. I don't hang in groups. I don't have to be at every party. I don't have to be seen at every event. I love being a loner because I move differently. I'm a unique individual. Emphasize on unique. Never would I say I'm the best dressed or the best looking man in the room, but I will say I can hold my own. Don't get me wrong, I joke with the best of them, but get the facts straight. I love being black. Black as soil, black as the night sky, black as tar, black as the slaves that paved the way for you to be where you are today. Blacker than black. LOL. I wish you could love yourself as much as I love me. So I wrote that. Excuse the barking. The neighbor's dog is outside barking. But I wrote that because a lot of times we get to joke, at work. I work in a plant, so we can be kind of harsh on each other. And I've learned to have thick skin and to come even harder. When people come at me, I come even harder. I'm gonna cut your throat. Everybody know that about me at work. Some people can deal with it. Some people can't. Some people have stopped speaking to me after they came for me, and I got back with them. I got people that still to this day. If I see them out and about, they don't speak, but they started with me. So um, I have those that when I go to work, I know they're gonna come. That's what they do. We laugh, we joke, we get on each other, and we know it's all out of fun. I've also learned the difference between somebody is joking with you and trying to make a joke out of you. When I see the difference, I come at it a different way. I also know I've had times where at work or out and about, a guy that never joked with me like that about my color or cracking jokes, period, would wait until a female was around or some females and they would want to crack jokes. And like I tell anybody, in certain situations, even if I'm having a bad day, I give you three free ones. The first two is free, and the third one is what's going to cost you. So once you hit that third one, I'm allowed to come at you any type of way. Um, as far as playing the dozens, because I'm gonna play the dozens hard after that. I'm gonna give you what you asking for, and that goes for male and female. Because I'm not about to sit there and let you crack jokes at my expense because not because we friends and or co-workers and we cordial and we going back and forth, but to the fact that you want to try to get some laughs off my back. That's not gonna happen. And then when the tables turn, you're gonna feel some type of way. Um, my color has never stopped me from anything that I know of. If I was um, racially profiled, okay, I get that. Sometimes you don't even know. Somebody might be watching, you don't know they watching you. I grew up going to schools that were mixed schools. We had everybody. We had whites, blacks, Mexicans, Hispanics. We had uh, Chaldean, Persian, um, Chinese, Japanese, you name it. We even had foreign exchange students. So being around other races was nothing new to me growing up. So I had friends of all different backgrounds. Now, as you grow up, I have noticed that most of us separate into our own groups. I could say that's because of where you live. I could say that because now we're not forced to be together. I could say that's because the things that you like to do, I don't do. But you do have those rare occasions where those people from high school, and I think that goes for even if it's an all white high school or all black high school, people go their separate ways after high school. You can't, expect everybody to stay close. But I guarantee there's a few here and there that still hang out with their high school friends, whether they're black, white, or whatever the case may be. Um, my color with dating, to me has never been a problem, because if any woman, or when I was younger, any girl thought that I was too dark or I was ugly or whatever the case, I didn't miss nothing. That mean they wasn't for me. You know, as the Bible says, everything, what's meant for you is meant for you. If it ain't meant for you, don't worry about it. Um, Other than that, like I say, I only get offended when I know a person is trying to either be harsh with it, disrespectful, or um, they doing it to actually try to downplay me or downgrade me in front of women or something like that. You know, they go for the guys, or it may be a woman that get around people and think she's just about to. It's not gonna go down like that, because I'm gonna let you have it. I don't care if you 70, 80 years old. You about to get it. So I'm trying to think what else. I think it there was, like I said, there was a time where I was asking, like, God, why would you make me this color? This is that, blah, blah, blah. My mom and dad are not this color. My grandmother was dark, but she wasn't as dark as me. Then my mother told me that her dad was dark, but I never met him. My sister's not as dark as me. So it was always like, but it also was a thought that God had made me special, because I don't see too many people my color. I see them, but I don't see them often. So it's a blessing. It was a reason why he made me as dark as he did. Um, I think I've had more issues with black people having a problem with my skin complexion than I have ever had white people about my skin complexion. Um, in my lifetime, as I can remember, I've only had one white person call me the N word, and I was downtown Royal Oak, and the guy and his girlfriend were riding by, and I was with my ex-wife at the time, and he didn't say it out loud. He whispered it as they turned the corner. And I did the, angry black man thing, started yelling, mother, turn around, come see it in my, all that. But we knew they wasn't coming back. Other than that, I've had more incidents with my own people than I have with any other race. Um, let's see. When I was in my 20s, I worked at Radio Shack. And my daily routine was I worked at Radio Shack in Highland Park. So from where the store was within the shopping center, there were like, different restaurants, a Chinese restaurant, the the hairdressers. But in this shopping center, it was an ice cream place and it was a Subway. So it was nothing for us to eat within, the Subway. I was assistant manager. I ended up being an assistant manager. So, I was at the store a lot. So I do my daily routine, go down the street to get me a sub. Then I was going to grab me some ice cream, head back to the store because I'm on my break. So I walk in. Now, at Radio Shack was one of the only stores, well, back then that you still had to wear uh, casual shoes, dress slacks, button up shirt, tie. So I walk in, and as I'm walking in, I see three guys, and then I see this other guy with him. And why the reason why the other guy stood out was because he was real high yellow. And as I came in, he looked at me and I looked at him. And the first thing out of my man's mouth was like, "Damn, you black as mother." Damn, you that country black. This, and that. One thing about me, I've never been scared to hold my own. If it's an unfair fight or I think somebody got a pistol, I'm gonna make my way up out of there, or I'm gonna call for backup or whatever the case may be. But if it's a one-on-one, I ain't got no problem. I had an issue like that in high school, where it was supposed to be one-on-one, but it was somebody else sitting in the car and he kept reaching up under the seat. I called for my peoples. I was right at the corner. Why not? Once they ran out the house, about 16, 17 deep, it wasn't no more issue, you know. But uh, when I walk in, old boy says that, so I just look at him. My If anybody that know me know I cannot hide my facial expressions. I can be trying to hide, they just pop out. So I, went into that mode, but at the same time, I'm looking. I know it's 4 against 1. So I just immediately turn my attention to the person behind the counter. So my thing was, when I let this guy know, I know these people. I'm not just a customer. I know them. He gonna think twice about what they want to do. So I never forget. It was a little itty bitty girl used to work there. We called her Little. I say, "What up, Little? You all right?" She's like, "I'm good, Paul." So conversation goes on from there. As they coming around, cause go out the door, I go around them. It's a little small spot, but I'm making sure you're not about to get behind me. So I go there, order my food. So as I'm ordering my food, I can see my man from my peripheral. He's still looking at me, like he can't understand how she know me, and the girl is conversating with me like we best friends, which I go in there all the time. So even the owners knew me. They come down to Radio Shack. They want this, and that. I tell them what they need or put them together, whatever the case may be. So they walk out. Long story short, years later, I end up seeing the same cat at the job I'm at now. I'm at the same company, but I done moved further out. But yeah, and I just looked at him because I started there before him. So when I seen him, I just looked at him. And with it being years later, I was even surprised at myself that I remembered the guy's face. Like, I knew it was him. Wasn't no doubt in my mind. But if you asked me to describe him, I couldn't describe him to you. But I knew who he was when I saw him. And he knew who I was because I could see it in his face. I never said anything about it. To this day, I never brung it up. But I just watched him. And I watched certain situations that I was in when he would be around at the job and outside the job. And I could see the look on his face like this black, like, dog, you doing it better than me with your black, bro. I'm not in competition with you, but I'm seeing how you looking. End up running to the cat down at the Fox. I can't remember where me and my ex-wife was going to see. And I could see him going down this. I wasn't paying him no mind. So I'm arm in arm with my ex-wife as we coming down the steps. We suited and booted. I'm feeling good, looking good, smelling good, looking like the Prince of Darkness. So when I looked down the steps, he looking at me, and I look who he with. I just kept on talking to my wife, smiling like, "Hey, you ain't got nothing on me." It was a couple other times me and him ran across, but I never said anything. But that's one of the experiences I had. Um, I've had experiences where people would just be in a crowd of guys and they would say something. And it would usually be when I would be by myself, you know. most times I let it go because I ain't no fool. You know, I'm not about to let you. I'm not about to get jumped. That's not gonna happen. But I will let you know I ain't scared. It's a certain look you can give a guy to let him know, like, bro, if I ever catch you by yourself, I'm gonna put some knots across your head for real. But I've never had it when it was just a one-on-one thing and people, somebody just no, no. But I've had it come from other people. I had one female at work tell me her cousin that got hired in. And this was somebody that I thought was close to me. You know, we had some real deep conversations, this and that or whatever. And I viewed her as somebody that looked at me as a older figure in their life. Somebody to give them positive and positive reinforcement and wisdom. And she said, "Yeah, my cousin posted a picture of you that she took from across the other line, and she posted it on Instagram, and she said this is the blackest Ian I ever seen in my life, and this and that, blah blah blah." She thought it was hilarious. So as I'm talking to her, I said, "Oh," I said, "That's nice." And I continue my conversation because at that point you let me know who you are, who you really are. Ain't no love there. You know, if you got love for me, you would have told her, like, take that down. Paul cool as hell. He don't bother nobody. He look out for me. He always an ear when I need somebody to talk to. Um, Another occasion, we walk into the lunchroom. She behind me. Hadn't worked with her in a long time, and I'm walking, and she goes, "Dang, you look like you done got blacker." And I had to explain to her again. I say, "Baby girl, I love my darkness. I hope I get a little bit darker." As we walked, she said, "Well, I ain't mean nothing by it. I was just playing, yeah." No, no, you wasn't. It's something inside of you that has a problem with my skin color, not me. And it's a lot of people that I see, not a lot, but it's a few people that I've ran across in my lifetime that have a problem with my skin color. And I can tell because they either get fake love or they get real hate. And they try to give the hate without showing it as hate, but I can see clear. I can see dead through them what they doing. And I think a lot of times people think with my complexion, and we talking about black people, think with my complexion I shouldn't be as loud as I am at work. I shouldn't crack jokes like I do at work. Uh, Not that many people should like me like they do. Everybody in the plant know me. I don't care what plant I'm in. Everybody know me. So, plus I'm the cookie man and the loudest in the plant. But I do, recognize hate, you know. But it is what it is. Now with the negative, it comes some positive stories. Some of them I didn't think was positive at that time, but when I look back at them, it's funny to me. I can't help but laugh. I'll give you a couple of stories. One story is when I moved to California. So I moved to California for a year. While I was in California, one day I went to what they call, I guess, the Michigan Works, and I filled out some, looking for jobs or whatever. So I left there, like I'm gonna go to Burger King, sit down, have me a little something to eat, and relax. So I go to the Burger King, and this Burger King was set up not like ours, where, you know, the line, where they cooking, you can see them cooking when we go in most Burger Kings. This one was like blocked where you couldn't see. So when I came in, I was standing there. The one Mexican lady, excuse me, the son behind me, the one Mexican lady peeped her head out. She went back. So when her head came back out, it was two of them. So the one Mexican lady, she like, the cartoons where they be double head. It was just like that. So the one lady says, negro. The other lady said, no, negro. So in other words, she was like, no, he ain't black. He black. So at the time I was on phone with my ex-wife, and I said, don't negro mean black? She said, yeah. So I just grimmed both of them hard. They just hurried up and ducked back. Like, oh, he know what we talking about. So at that time, I didn't find it funny, but later on, it was funny. I still, it's just funny to this day. I had another story. We're at the hospital with the kids. I forgot what we went to the emergency room for. Probably with my oldest son, his asthma. Kids were real young, and there was some old ladies in there waiting. And it was one of them nights where the emergency room was super packed. A lot of people in there, kids running around, all that or whatever. So I guess the ladies had enough waiting for whoever they was waiting on, or the person wasn't being released, or whatever the case may be. So it's two older black women. They get up and they come over there, me and my ex-wife and the kids. And the lady goes, oh my God, I just have to tell you guys, your kids are so well behaved. They don't, I see these other kids running around here and they're doing this and doing that. He's saying your kids are just sitting there so well mannered. I said, oh, thank you, thank you. Ex-wife said, thank you, thank you. And the lady came over to me and she kind of put her hand on my leg and she said, sir, your skin color is so beautiful. I said, thank you. She said, where are you from? I had to laugh. I'm from 8 Mile in Wyoming. You thought I was going to say Africa? So, another time, I was back in the day when everybody used to buy, pretty sure people still wear them, but back in the day it was heavy. We used to buy uh, white tees all the time. So with your white tees, you're getting ready to go out. Even though you may have like 5 or 6 or 10 or 12, you would go out and buy some brand new ones. So I used to go to a little Chinese shop. It was a swap meet. So I go in the swap meet. Usually I'll be by myself because I'm just running in there, running out. So I run in there, grab me a pack of 3, go about my business. So every time I would go in there, this little Chinese lady, would be in there. You come in, you go to the left, go all the way to the back. She right there. As I'm walking up, she be at there leaning on that cash register. She just get to smiling. And I be like, I'm getting she know what I'm about to get, but she got this smile on her face. And the smile don't mean like, how somebody come in the store, usually they get a, hey, how you doing, No, it was like she was happy to see me. I'm like, man, what is it? So, one weekend I go in there. So this weekend I'm with the ex-wife. I'm with my youngest son, and we walk up. So when we walk up, the lady goes, oh, now I see. He look like a daddy, but got mother color. I said, I be damn. Now, mind you, all my kids are alike. So, but yeah, it's definitely been some memories that are laugh worthy, and when I tell them to other people, they get a kick out of them. There are also memories that people calling me black or this and that. It was out of love. My one homeboy, his mother, God rest her soul. She was like a mother too. She used to keep us in line. She did. Bridget White. She wasn't no joke. I'm telling you. When she would call me, I don't care where I was. I don't care if it was a crowd of people or she was just riding by. Black boy, black boy. I'd be like, man, tell your mama to stop riding by calling me that. But I wouldn't take them memories back for the world. I'm trying to see. My oldest cousin that just passed, Niecy, rest in peace. Her thing was to call me. She either called me Baby J or Black Black. Come here, Black Black. Out of love. Uh, so I just, I don't know what everything going on and a lot of the hate that's out here. I would just tell you to embrace whoever and whatever you are. Embrace it. Love yourself. And if the people around you can't love you the way you are, you don't need to be around them. And when I say that, I'm not excusing anybody. Like if you got if you got issues and you bothering people, or you got issues and you stealing from somebody's house or your people and you doing all this type of trouble stuff, they got a reason. But if it's not for that, y'all got to excuse me. My battery getting ready to die. I had to turn the light back on. But I mean, if you yourself, I don't care if you gay, straight, high yellow, freckles on your face. I don't care if you got alopecia. I don't care if you got uh, uh, whatever. Uh, if somebody can't love you for who God made you, as God made you and created you, you don't need them. You don't, because there's always gonna be somebody that's gonna love you. I guarantee it. It don't have to be your mate. It don't have to be your mom. It don't have to be your dad. It don't. It God is gonna put somebody around you if you allow it, because He'll put them there, and it's up to you whether you grasp hold to them. It may be for a day. It may be for a year. It may be for a season. It could be for the rest of your life. But it's up to you whether you allow them people in. It's also up to you if you're being treated wrong because of who you are, if you block them people out. That's just like when people talk about gay people. Oh, she a lesbian, or he gay, oh, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's funny. I don't think it's a joke, because that gay person or that lesbian may make it in heaven before you do. We know what the Bible says, but also you don't know. God knows your heart. That's what the Bible says. So you can't speak on who going to heaven or hell. You might go to hell for judging. But what I will tell you is, whatever you are, be you. That's the only way you're going to be happy. We don't know how long we're going to be on this earth. We don't know how much time we got. And if you live your life trying to be what everybody wants you to be, you're going to be unhappy. I'm telling you. You're going to be unhappy. It's no difference than even simple things, as far as, like, somebody be like, oh, he's a hoe, he sleep with all these women, or she's a hoe, she sleep with all these men, or they sleeping with all types of. Let them be them. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Let them be them. As long as they ain't hurting you, let them be them, because they got to learn in their own time. Everybody got to their own learn in their own time. Everybody ain't on the same level. Everybody ain't learning at the same time. Everybody ain't. We all. It's not a race. We running. We at our own pace, doing our own thing, and you finding your own way. But I say, be you. As long as you not taking, just like I said, if anybody want to be out there and they doing, me and hoish and doing their thing, whether it's men and women and you doing your thing, just make sure the people that you with know what you about. Don't lie to nobody. Just be honest. This is what I'm doing. I'm not ready to settle down. I'm woo woo woo, whatever. That goes for women and men. And live your life. And that's up to you, to the point where you decide, I'm gonna get it right. I'm okay. This ain't the way I want to live no more. I want to be with one person, whatever. Put on protection, but you gotta be you. If you hiding something inside of you that you don't want to show people, it's a talent, it's who you are, or whatever, you ain't hurting nobody but yourself, because the world gonna judge you regardless. I don't care what you do. You could do everything perfect. They still gonna hate. And with the internet, it's even worse. You can make one statement and somebody gonna flip it totally around. I was watching somebody's YouTube channel, and I made a comment like, "Y'all made me turn the TV off and Netflix." You know, I said, "Forget Netflix." Somebody made a comment up under what I said. We don't need to worry about Netflix. We need to make our own content. Like, that's not what I meant. What I'm saying is this content is good enough where I don't need to watch Netflix. That's what I just said. You know, where you get all this, hostility from? But it takes all types out in the world. And it's also what you allow in. You know, somebody once told me you need to watch what goes into your ear, comes into your ear port, your eye port, and what comes out your mouth. You know, it's all about what you invite in. You know, certain people want to show me videos when I'm out and about, like work or whatever, and I say if it got something to do with somebody getting killed, a bad accident, any violence, I don't want to see it. They be like, man, that ain't nothing. But no, I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it because once that's in your spirit, you can't take it out. You cannot take it out. You can suppress it, you can push it down, but I don't want to see it. But I've been rambling for 36 minutes now. I'm about to get off of here, but embrace yourself. If you don't know how, learn how. Spend time with yourself. Get to know more about you because we never know everything there is about us because we've never been put in every situation there is to know how we will react. But I would say get to know yourself, spend time with yourself. Um, you know, a happy you. If you're in a relationship, it's gonna make your relationship better if you happy. If you learn what makes you happy and you find what makes you happy, you can take that into your relationship and it'll make the relationship better. So my message today is embrace yourself. And to my high militant, I said militant. To my melanated, high melanated brothers and sisters, and to my every brother and sister, embrace your blackness. Love it. Love your people. Treat your people better. Speak to your people. Say hello. Give them that nod. When you see that brother, let him know. That's love. Show it. There's nothing wrong with it. If you can support somebody, support your people. Support them in any way possible. I don't care if it's they make a comment or a video. Hit like. Hit subscribe. That's all I'm saying. Because you do it for me, I do it for you. We show each other love. Can't nothing come out of it but love. Plant that seed. Because if you don't plant that seed, it ain't organic. If you get what I'm saying. You know, anything else is artificial. Without you planting that seed, everything else you're doing is artificial. You got to plant seeds around this world. You got to plant seeds into the people around your life. You plant seeds into your kids. You know, you teach your kids. Not just your ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, but you teach them to have morals. You teach them to be good human beings and to show love to people. And as they grow, they're gonna take that guidance you gave them and they're gonna use it and they're gonna show it to their kids and so on and so on. And all you did was plant a seed. If you got a friend and you care about that friend, you plant seeds in that friend. If they going through something, you don't give them false lies, you give them the truth. And that's how your friendship keep going because you plant seeds and they do the same for you. If you with your mate, you pour into your mate because if you pour into your mate, they're going to grow. You water that seed. You water that seed, they're going to water yours. And if they ain't watering your seeds, your seed, that ain't who you need to be with. And that may hurt, but it's the truth. Everything starts with a seed, unless it's artificial or it's man-made. And that's the way life is. If it's man-made, you may be able to eat it, but it ain't gonna give you that same benefit as something that came from that seed. It's a difference. when it comes from that seed. So love yourself, plant that seed, plant as many seeds as you can. The more seeds you plant, the bigger the harvest. Remember that. The more seeds you plant, the bigger the harvest. Once again, I'd like to thank y'all for listening to me rambling on and on. If you like this content, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It's free, you ain't got to pay to subscribe. And hit the notification button if you want to see more videos. And with that said, I'm going to say goodnight to y'all. I love y'all. Be blessed, be safe, and plead the blood of Jesus over y'all to keep y'all safe as you come and go. And as you listen to this, I hope to see you again. All right, I'm out.